Chrissy, Seattle, Washington. I had a question. I have family that lives not too far away from me, maybe about 2 hours away, and they are evangelical and they're independent fundamental Baptists. And apparently every year, I just found out about this, they celebrate Jesus' birthday in like this solemn ceremony, and it's around this time of the year. I was curious if, when you were a Jehovah's Witness, if they did anything like that.
Interesting question. Well, Jehovah's Witnesses do something similar. They call it the memorial, but they don't. It's not a celebration of Jesus' birthday. It's basically a celebration of his death, quote unquote. And they really do call it a holiday. Like Jehovah's Witnesses call it a holiday that we are ordered to celebrate. But they don't like get balloons and candles and party down and get drunk and all that stuff. Doesn't really work that way on this holiday. It's more of like an observance than anything else. It's basically where, at Passover, when Jesus was sitting at the table with all of his people, he passed out the bread and he passed out the wine and he said, "This is my body, this is my blood, and do this every year in remembrance of me," blah, blah, blah. That's what they're doing. That's what Jehovah's Witnesses do. You guys have probably gotten invitations in the mail. Every single year, Jehovah's Witnesses do this big push to try to get invitations to the memorial out to everybody that they possibly can. Now, since COVID, they've been observing the memorial in the privacy of their own homes. But every year, usually, they do it at the Kingdom Hall. They'll have like an hour-long talk, and then they pass the bread and the wine around to everybody. Every single person has to touch the plate, but only anointed people are supposed to actually eat the bread and drink the wine. It's basically like communion, pretty much. The way that Jehovah's Witnesses view communion is very different from everybody else, every other denomination. Jehovah's Witnesses believe that only anointed people, of which there are only 144,000 total in the world ever since the dawn of time, only those people are supposed to partake of it. And in their view, only those people are viewed as Christians exactly, really. It's kind of weird the way that their theology meshes with other Christian ideologies, if you will. Every other person who is not anointed but is also a baptized Jehovah's Witness, every other one of those people are considered part of the great crowd that's discussed in the book of Revelation. That being said, I find it fascinating that your family, I think you said, celebrates his birthday around March, because I could be wrong here. I think the Bible said Jesus was 33 and a half when he died, right? And he died on Easter, or Good Friday, technically, is when he died, right? That's why he was raised from the dead again on Sunday, or whatever the holy fuck happened. So if he was 33 and a half in March, that would put his birthday in like October sometime. I mean, I think the dude was fictional anyways. I have no reason to believe that he was actually real. Somebody gave me some evidence he was, I would accept it, but I haven't seen that evidence yet. I just think it's really fucking bizarre that people are telling us that, they're trying to fabricate his birthday. They're trying to extrapolate his birthday when there's no reason to think the dude was real in the first place.